From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, here's Fields. Forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
A short one there to Freiermuth. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. To throw is Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down,
That's when you know you're playing well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Now Brown. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You look at the Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Here we go.
3rd and 9 here.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a first down throw, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow will throw. Looking deep here for Chase. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling-out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On first down, it's Fields. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Fields now on second down. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. Loose inside the 30. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Fields now to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Fields. He finds Austin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. From the 50, here's Fields. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Fields. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
I'm one, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow going to keep it, running right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
We got this. Here we go, here we go.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throw left side, complete to Chase. Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Steelers Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Good.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 69 yards. And the Bengals open the lead up to 34-0. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Fields on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Meanwhile, Fields throw brought in by Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
It's a gain of 6.
Now it's Fields.
Third down.
They'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 59 yards. And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is. But I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
I'm one,
So here's a 3rd and 14.
12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. All right, and oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jordan Battle, and the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we
Burrow
go.
going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go.
2nd and 7.
12.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Myles Murphy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan and stuff how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff left, Elliott. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Joey Porter Jr. in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Here we go, son.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Fields throw there, caught by Gallup. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd and 10.
Patterson on the draw play. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
3rd and 2, Fields.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
For the winning side, Charles, all that was missing was a shutout. Just giving up the 7 points, that's it. But really, an incredible game from this defense. A very well-earned victory as a result.
Definitely one of the best single games for defense that you and I have seen in a long time, Brandon, because all we saw was